If you're a creator, an artist, an entrepreneur, and you're focusing all your efforts just on one social media channel, what happens if that channel goes down? What if it's not around in 5 years' time? Have you got a backup plan? What are you going to do? Now, I was awake in the wee hours of last night, pondering the very idea of a social media Armageddon. You know, what happens when the big social channels go down and they're the ones that you've committed to? This is especially worrying for me, considering I've only just decided to break up all my content across the various social media platforms, so I'm not producing the same content everywhere. I've got YouTube for my vlogs, Anchor for my podcast, which distributes everywhere, Instagram for my artwork. If one of those goes down, I completely lose all that stuff. The obvious thing is to not be silly and actually save actual backups on your computer in the first place. But you know, the problem of losing one of those big channels is you lose all your subscribers, your followers and everything else. This recent move to have me separate out my content has made me think pretty seriously about an email list. And with an email list, you probably need a website. I've got a website. It's a WordPress website. It's a free WordPress website because I'm not making any money yet. And it's got all those shitty little adverts on it. Like, you know, if you've got a bulge like this on your heel, you're about to have a heart attack. Not exactly the most pleasant stuff to look at when you want to be looking at a art and kind of motivational blog. I want to get adverts off there as soon as possible, as soon as I start getting some money in. With this website, okay, so what you need, and you've probably heard a million people say this already, but it's kind of just come to my attention that this is pretty urgent, and I need to start an email list, because if any of these channels go down, you've always got email. There's nothing to say that on my YouTube channel they might have an issue with one of the songs I'm using or something like that, and they might take down that video. They might take down the whole channel. I actually have no control whatsoever as to what these channels can do. So it's really important that you have contact with your subscribers, your followers, your tribe, your friends. Otherwise, you can end up losing the lot. So these are the things that keep me awake in the middle of the night, apart from doing work, creative work. You know, there's a difference between staying up all night doing creative work as opposed to staying up all night consuming content. Last night was one of those consuming content things, and that's when I came upon this realization that, yeah, it might be good to separate my content out on all these different channels, but what am I going to do? What's my backup plan? What's going to happen when things go wrong? Because there's nothing to say YouTube's not going to be around in 5 years. Facebook might not even be around. I know it sounds crazy, but you know, it hasn't been around that long anyway. Nothing to stop it disappearing. MySpace used to be cool, used to be everywhere.